Testing, testing, one, two, three. How's everyone doing today? Happy New Year. Glad to be on here with you guys for the first live session of 2023. Looking forward to being on here with you guys. And it's an exciting session as well. I mean, I know you guys have been getting used to these really big promises that I've come to you with when it comes to these live sessions. But I've also been consistently delivering on those promises. Okay, and that is not going to change. Okay, in 2023, I'm really focused on bringing you guys the best content, the best training, the best software to really help you make this year your best year. Okay, and this session is not going to be any different. I'm not only am I trying to bring you guys the best, but I'm being very selective on who I actually bring on here live with us. So who's excited for this session? Who's been reading my emails and kind of has an idea of what we're going to be sharing on here? Give me a 2 in the chat box. If you have no idea what we're going to be talking about on this session and you just joined on because you got a last minute GoToWebinar reminder, give me a 1. Just so I can see the difference in the crowd that we have here. So, oh man, most of you are ones. That was surprising. You guys not read my emails? Or did I say it backwards? I think I might have said it backwards. Now I'm confused. All right. Hopefully you guys are on here. Either way, it doesn't matter why you guys are on here, whether you got a last minute GoToWebinar reminder or you read my emails. It is an exciting one. So make sure that you are ready to pay attention, undivided attention for the next hour to hour and a half or so, because we are going to be sharing some very, very exciting information, exciting case studies, exciting training, everything, exciting strategies, some stuff that you may not have even heard of before, okay? So how's it going, Kadjo, Raul, Sandeep, Roger, Adam, and oh, I do want to show you guys something real quick. On the last session, my office did look like a junkyard. It's looking a little bit better now. So we put all the lights away. If you guys can kind of look around, it's not as crowded anymore. I have a few more things to put away, and then we are good to go. Okay. I did mention on the last session that I was not going to go into the new year with my office looking like a giant storage room, and we're getting there. Okay, so I have a few more things to put away, a few more things to donate, and it's going to look kind of decent in here. Okay, so let me turn that back off. But yeah, so let me open this back up over here. So what we're going to be talking about, it seems like a lot of you may not have an idea of what we're going to be sharing on here today, but it's pretty much going to be a live case study, okay, of how you guys can profit $12,000 for every 2 hours of work that you put in 2023, okay? And this is going to be a step-by-step blueprint. All right, give me a 1 in the chat box if that just sounds like heck no, there's no way, you know, 12 grand every 2 hours that you put in 2023, that just sounds crazy. Yeah, awesome. Christy is saying she's excited about this training. Adam is saying sounds far-fetched. Yeah, absolutely. Wesley is saying rolling on the floor laughing. Absolutely. And look, what we're gonna that's the good thing about this is that this is the promise that we're coming at you with, and then we're gonna back it all up with an actual case study. Okay, and you're actually gonna see multiple different things. Okay, you're gonna see real examples. Okay, and we're gonna actually be talking about digital real estate, and I won't give away too much right now, but that's pretty much gonna be the basis of what we're gonna be talking about: digital real estate, which is quickly becoming just as lucrative as actual real estate. Okay, and some of you may or may not know, but I'm somewhat heavy into real estate. I wish I was more into it than I am right now at this point, but that's hopefully going to change here in this next year. I'm looking to double my portfolio from where I'm at now. But I currently have 36 different doors, okay, and that's spread across, I would say maybe like 8 buildings. Um, so I'm pretty heavy into real estate. That's pretty much my second business. All right. And you know, there is a lot of headaches that come along with having that much property. There's always something going on, like yesterday I got a text that one of my tenants' wife passed away. So there's always things there's always little fires that I have to put out, things like that, or things that I got to deal with when it comes to actual real estate. Okay, but what we're going to talk about today, which is digital real estate, that actually can be just as profitable, provide just as good returns, and be just as safe of an investment than actual real estate. Okay, you don't have to deal with any of the stuff. You don't have to deal with pipes bursting, which is another thing that I had to deal with last week because most of my properties are up in Ohio, so they got hit with the giant snowstorms up there. So I had a bit of a scare thinking that one of the pipes burst in one of the buildings, but it was actually an AC unit that was left on because the tenant went on vacation down here to Florida. So little things like that. But anywho, digital real estate is what we're going to be talking about on this call. And like I said, you're going to see a bunch of real examples in my emails that I told you guys. You're going to see a ton of real examples of digital real estate. You're going to see exact niches being revealed and what's being targeted. You're going to see the actual content, the keywords, the proof. You're going to see absolutely everything, okay? But most importantly, you guys are going to see how you can replicate this process for yourself, okay? And it's actually they put a name to it, which is called the FBRR method. Okay, it has nothing to do with Facebook. Okay, so if you're thinking it has to do with Facebook, it does not. Okay, so but it is abbreviated as the FBRR method. Okay, and the two guys that I have on here kind of are the pioneers of this entire method. Not only the pioneers, but the guys at the top of the mountain of this strategy. Okay, they are crushing it themselves, which is one thing that I'm also going to be focused on a lot when it comes to the training that I bring to you guys. The people that that I bring on here are going to be people who are actually doing the stuff they're going to be teaching you, okay, which is going to show in the case studies and the proof and everything that they share with you. These guys walk the walk, they talk the talk, and you'll see that throughout this presentation. So give me a 3 in the chat box if that's everything I just mentioned sounds real exciting. Okay. Raul is saying digital real estate question mark. Yeah, don't worry about it. We're gonna break down everything here shortly. Mickey is saying there must be a catch. Stick around. We're gonna break everything down. Okay. So big promise being put at the front, and then everything is gonna be laid out in simple terms that you guys can understand. So by the end of it, you guys are going to be able to understand everything that we are talking about. And Dan is saying 12K in 2 hours. Come on, dude. Yeah. Let's just take a step back, pay attention to this, close off all distractions that we're going to show you exactly how that works. So like I said, the two guys that I have on here are Herc Magnus and Todd Spears. We were actually just talking about the first time that I met them in Orlando. It was at a live event, and I was actually in a cast at that time. I had just gotten out of surgery for my ankle playing basketball. I landed on someone's ankle and really twisted my ankle in all different types of ways. Do not want to remember that. But I do want to remember the time that I spent with these guys because I had just met them for the first time, and they were helping me out, getting stuff up, helping me get stuff out of my car, pushing me around Orlando when we went to have dinner. They were just helping me out a lot, and I had just met them. Okay, and it was a group of about 5 of us that we kind of formed a good bond at this live event. We hung out quite a bit. But Todd and Herc are those kind of guys. Okay, they're just cool guys that you can hang out with, have a beer with, and just talk about everything, not just marketing stuff, but you can literally just have a good conversation with them about all kinds of stuff. And it's crazy that we were trying to pinpoint exactly when that was, but it was almost roughly 10 years ago, which is insane, when we met out there in Orlando, somewhere around 2014, 15, I want to say. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about these guys. Not only are they great people, but they are great marketers. They know exactly what they're doing when it comes to what we're going to talk about on this call. And not only that, but they know how to convey the information so that you guys can follow and get the same results as well. Okay, and you're going to learn about that as well because they have a ton of people who have been able to get success following their strategies. So I think Herc is going to be taking the reins on this call. So I'm going to go ahead and pass the controls to him. And Herc, whenever you're ready, you can feel free to take it away. Give me 1 second and I'll send this over to you. There we go.
Yeah. Awesome. So thanks so much for that intro, Josh. Before I get started, everybody, can you see my screen? Like a picture of me in a weird pimpin' outfit. Just give me a 1 if you can see my screen.
That's a cool outfit there.
Oh yeah. It's my Halloween Halloween webinar. So welcome to the webinar, everybody. Obviously, you can hear me, seeing as you're giving me the 1. So yeah, like Josh said, okay, this is how to make $12,000 per year for every 2 hours you work as a digital real estate landlord using the FBRR method, guys. And I'll start by saying, like, yes, I know the headline sounds like pure hype and pure BS, right? It's obvious, right? And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I wanted you here today, right? I wanted you here today, so I wrote as compelling a hook as I could to try and convince you to come today. And obviously, we are marketers, right? So we kind of tend to do those kind of things. But guys, I wanted to show you why what I just said to you is actually not BS and how you can do it too. So I am really glad that you guys did come in spite of it being that hypey of a headline, because the FBRR method is very real, guys, and it's changed my entire life. Okay, and it's been a life-changing journey for me, and it all started right here. Okay. Looking at this picture is hard for me. So when I was about 13 years old, this is an actual picture of me and my mom and my dad right before I was about to start high school. So we graduated in grade 8 and then we went off to high school. And so that's the little white suit that I wore and got made a lot of fun of for wearing it. But so when I was 13, I had a conversation with my dad, and that conversation stuck with me for the absolute rest of my life. Like, you know how in life sometimes somebody says something and it hits you, and you can always like remember it at certain times in life. That conversation planted a seed into my subconscious that eventually grew into me making a modest fortune. And the conversation went like this, guys. At that point, I really didn't want to go to high school, right? I hated school. I was scrawny. I was unpopular. I hated doing homework. I hated studying. I told my dad this, and he said, son, we are not rich and you won't want to live at home forever. So you have to finish school so that you can get a good job and pay your way in the world, right? And is anybody like familiar with that kind of advice? You got to finish school, you got to get a job, pay your own way. Like, we've all received that same advice, right? It's like our parents and our generation's like way of doing things, right? So I said to my dad, I was like, well, man, I wish we were rich. And he's, obviously he's like, son, if you want to be rich, it is not going to be easy. But if you really want it, you have to find a way to get paid for a long time for work that you have to do only one time, right? You have to find a way to get paid for a long time for work that you do only one time. That's how rich get really rich, right? And I asked him, okay, like what, Dad? He said, well, there's lots of examples. Musicians, they write hit songs once. Actors film a movie once. Authors write a book once. If any of those things become popular, the owner earns a lot of money from them for a long time, right? Those are called royalties. Well, at the time, I didn't feel confident in myself, right? There was no way I was going to become something as cool as a musician or an actor, which is every 13-year-old kid's dream, like the people they looked up to. But I was like, there's no way. I definitely didn't think at the time I could ever write a book. I didn't even want to go to high school. How am I going to write a book, right? So I asked him another question. Dad, are royalties the only way to get paid a lot for working only once? No, royalties are paid after an investment of your time. Right? To get paid royalties, you have to invest a lot of time up front, like musicians, actors, authors, right? But you can invest your money instead, once you have some, right, into things like stocks or real estate. And once you own them, they can pay you over and over again, right? And we all know this, right? I didn't fully understand at that time what he was talking about, but what he was saying is he was talking about things like dividends from purchasing shares, right, in companies, or real estate rentals. Lots of people were making lots of money in real estate, right? Which creates passive income, right? So that sounded more realistic to me than becoming some sort of rock star, right? Even though it sounded pretty cool to me to become a rock star, because remember, I felt like I was just a geek. I'm not going to become anything cool, right? So I went to high school, and then in hopes that one day I have enough money to invest into things like stocks or real estate so that I could make a passive income, right? And today, guys, 3 decades after that chat with my dad, I almost became a rock star, which is funny, and you'll see how this all relates. But I did figure out passive income, okay, through real estate. And it's real estate that we're going to focus on today, except not the traditional kind of real estate, right, where you'd have to invest tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars to get started. Today, I'm going to teach you how I made my modest fortune with digital real estate, right? So hello, everybody. For anyone that doesn't know me, my name is Herc Magnus, okay? You can see a picture of me up on the stage there. I almost did become a rock star. I am a serial entrepreneur and SEO expert, okay? I'm a co-founder of 4 softwares, a keyword research software, on-page SEO, client acquisition, and client management software. I teach over 5,000 students now in my group worldwide, but most importantly to me and my passion and the reason that I ended up where I am today, and I'm an ex-rock and roller who loves performing live music. That was the biggest passion in my life. I never thought I could become what I became, but I did, right? So I've been online marketing though in one form or another, guys, for the past 25 years. I've been doing this for a long, long time. And in only 2 of those years did I have a real job. I'm going to tell you why that matters later. But in the last 5 years, I've done over $4 million in my online business. And I did it while never missing any time with my son or my beautiful wife. Right? I was there for all the important things, and I always will be. It's the best, right? I managed all this, guys. I never finished high school, much to my mother's disappointment. I did finish high school, but I'm a college dropout. I went to college, but I didn't make it. Okay, in all my years of online marketing experience over 2 decades, I have seen, guys, I have tried or I've done it all, right? I've seen it, tried it, or done it all, and it led me down a path to what I believe now is the perfect foolproof model to start an online business. And that's what I want to share with you today. I'm going to share this FBRR model with you today so that you can copy it, right? And even if you are like I was and you didn't finish school, you haven't got tens of thousands of dollars to invest into things like stocks or real estate, and you don't want to spend all your time working, I can show you how to achieve your goals, right? Whether it be financial freedom goals or time freedom goals, because I think it boils down to those 2 categories for everybody, from something that you can do and start in your spare time without investing those tens of thousands of dollars and without giving up your family life, okay? So if I can show you all this today, guys, will you stay on this presentation with me to hear how it's possible? Just give me a 1 if you're like, okay, you got my attention. I'll listen. I'll hear you out. Awesome, tons of ones. Okay. So guys, if you do follow through on what I'm going to teach you today in the next 6 to 12 months, okay, you could, I'm not saying you will, okay, no, I don't know you, but you could be able to quit your full-time job, work less than 3 hours a day from home. So let me ask you again, okay, would replacing your full-time job for a legitimate online business with a better salary and unlimited growth potential while working less than half the hours you do now change your life? And that's a stupid question, obviously, right? Of course it would. It would change anybody's life, right? That's exactly what I'm going to teach you how to do today, guys. By the end of today, you're going to learn how to make money in almost any industry you choose, in any country or city, and all from your home, right? I'm going to show you how to build appreciating digital assets for less than $50 each and can make you $500 to $1,500 every single month passively, right? So what we're going to cover today, guys, we're getting into it. There's 3 sections to this webinar. Section 1, I'm going to teach you guys how to give yourself a $12,000 a year raise for every 2 hours that you work from home, the initial promise of this webinar. Okay, in section 2, I'm going to break down the 4-step FBRR method, which is going to teach you how to build these digital assets for less than $50 each. That's going to be able to pay you up to $12,000 per year or more. In the final section, section 3, I'm going to show you how to seduce any business into handing you that $1,000 paycheck every month with no risk to you and no risk to the business. Okay, are you guys ready to get started? Hammer the Y button, the yes button. Awesome. Crazy. Okay, section 1, here we go. I am a college dropout, guys, and I'm going to share with you how to give yourself that $12,000 per year raise for every 2 hours that you work from home. So it starts with a question. Would you guys on this webinar personally rather have unlimited time, type T for time, or unlimited money, type M for money? If someone said, listen, you can, oh, Nancy, right out of the gate, time, T, T, M, M, T, time. Nancy said both right away. Okay, what if you could have both? Exactly, here comes the both, lots of both. What if you could have both, guys? Here's my story of how I got both. And you're gonna see me talk a lot about time and talk a lot about money throughout this webinar. So just keep that in mind. Here's my story of how I got both. And why is my story important? Because of this quote right here by Anthony Robbins. I'm sure we all know who this guy is. If you want to be successful, find someone who has achieved the results you want and copy what they do, and you'll achieve the same results. That is his advice to anyone who wants a shortcut to success, right? So after finishing high school, guys, I tried the college route, but it just wasn't for me. And instead of attending class and studying and doing homework, at the time, I was playing around on this new thing called the internet, right? Because that's when it was coming out, right? When I was about attending college. And I eventually found out that I could use it for more than just looking at boobies, because I was, you know, kind of going into my 20s, finding out about the internet and what do you think I'm going to do in college, right? So I eventually, though, figured out that you can actually make a few bucks on this new thing called the internet. So in fact, guys, I have been making money online since I was about 20 years old, right? It took me a couple of years, but I did it. But up until about 8 years ago, I had never really made it, okay? I had, what I mean by that is I didn't have a lot of money, right? I was always making just enough money to live on and pay the rent as long as I had roommates. And this is actually a picture of the house that I lived in for a long, long time with 3 other roommates, right? Nothing big. I had to have that roommates to pay my rent. But to be fully honest, guys, I was pretty happy. And that's why I stayed there for a long time. I was pretty happy because with all the free time, with all the unlimited time that I had, I could focus on my band, man. And I just wanted to play rock and roll. And this is a real picture of a real shirt, right? No job, no money, no car, but I'm in a band, right? And it was true. And it was hilarious, right? But here's a picture of me on the big stage. Hollywood Assassin was my band. I'm on the guy with the red arrow above his head there. I took music pretty far, right? I had actually hit the pinnacle of my musical career. Does anybody recognize in this picture, I'm the guy with the toque on. Does anyone recognize the guy with the glasses? Somebody's got to know. Slash, exactly. That's Slash from Guns N' Roses, who was literally my 13-year-old guitar hero. I was listening to Guns N' Roses. I was like, man, I want to play guitar, Fat Slash. Yeah, he's a lot older now. But listen, I had hit the pinnacle of my musical career when I met Slash through music. I had come as far as I thought I could go in music. I went farther than I thought I could go. But remember one thing, guys, it was not my band that was paying the bills, even though I was playing some pretty awesome stuff. It was not the band that was paying the bills. It was the little bit of money that I was making online. And that little bit of money allowed me the freedom of time to be able to chase the music industry, which was not making me any money, right? So after years of working alone out of my bedroom, I actually was starting to get jealous when my friends that were going to like fun company functions like Christmas parties, team building events, right? They were part of a team and I wanted to be a part of something like that, right? So at this point in my life, I got the most social job I could think of and I started being a part-time bartender, okay? And as fate would have it, that's where I met my future wife, right? And I felt like the wife, you know, I felt like at the time, this girl's way out of my league. And this picture is kind of a good example of that. I'm like, man, this girl is just, this is awesome. She's way out of my league, right? And I knew she was the one that I wanted to live a life with, but I would have to grow up, right? So I did. In 2013, guys, at this time, I took the first real full-time job I'd ever hold in my life, and I traded my time for my money, the unlimited time, the unlimited money. I was like, okay, I have this new girl. I want to provide stability for her. So I'm trading my time for money. But guys, after 16 months of working 2 jobs, which part-time as a bartender and now full-time as a printer technician of all things, right? I got into that industry. I was hating it. I was hating it. I hated working, just like I hated school, right? And yeah, I was making a stable income, but it now was eating up all my time, right? And my girlfriend was also working full time. And guess what? She hated it too. And I'm sure anyone that has a job, unless you absolutely love what you do, you probably hate your job. There's other things you'd rather be doing, more passionate things, but you need money and you need time, right? We both knew that if we had to choose, we valued time over money. If we had to choose, we'd have unlimited time, not unlimited money, right? But ultimately, like all the, Nancy and all the other guys that answered, both Eric and Glenroy, we wanted both, right? She had always been curious about how I made that little bit of money online before we met. And it seemed like a way that we could leverage for us both to be free. So we decided to do that. Only this time we were going to get serious about it, right? So we actually quit our jobs. We both quit our full-time jobs and we moved down to Phoenix, Arizona so that we could be distraction free and focus 100% on our new online business, right? And we started by building tiny AdSense and affiliate sites, and people would find our sites on Google and then they get on our sites and click the ads. And winning sites, could make up to $1,000 a month. This was pretty cool. I thought I was so smart. I'm going to build 50 of these little beauties and I'm going to be rich with passive income, right? But the reality set in, as it always does. And I quickly learned that for every 10 websites that I built, only one would produce any real income, right? So it took me a lot of time, a lot of building, and a lot of work to find the ones that were the winners. And even then, the winners didn't always stick in Google because I was doing, those kind of affiliate models. I'd lose my ranking, I'd lose my traffic, and finally I would lose my income, right? Of all the sites that we ever built back in those days with those methods, only one of them still makes us any money today. Here's a kind of recent screenshot of the summer of June, $230 a month, approximately in commissions, which is cool. I'm not going to lie, it's cool to receive an extra 230 every month, pays a phone bill, pays a cable bill, whatever, right? It's not even enough to feed my kid. I'm certainly not going to live a life on it, right? So I quickly realized that for the amount of work that we'd have to put in, this method wasn't scalable, right? But the silver lining at the point in time in my life was that I learned my SEO skills here. This is where I got my chops, right? And one night, I'm sure a lot of you guys recognize this guy, Alex Becker. I was at one of his masterminds and he told me, he's like, look, you could use your SEO skills because businesses will pay you $1,000 a month each to rank their websites on Google, right? So I transitioned right away following Becker's advice into building my own SEO agency, Position One Marketing, right? In Edmonton, that's where I am. And Becker was right. Okay, as he always is. It was great money. I was quickly making more money than I ever had before by helping new clients rank their businesses on Google with my skill set that I got from doing the affiliates model. But this method, guys, it did present a whole new set of problems. Reality check again. I was always on my clients' terms, meaning I was handcuffed to their industry and their location. Whether it was easy or hard, if I wanted that client, that's what I had to do, which often made my job as an SEO even harder. Things like Edmonton real estate agents. I actually had one of those clients. It was tough. Okay, sales were not easy either. Getting a client was not easy because I had to sell first and deliver second, right? That's one of the hardest things to do as an SEO agency is sell, because it's a risky proposition for the business, right? Selling the promise was hard. Pay me now and I'll get you results later. Pay me now for your SEO and you'll start seeing, your new clients coming down the road, right? So even when I did manage to land new clients, the worst part is they immediately became another boss, right? They're often very demanding, wanting faster results, more of my time. But the problem is that they were justified in wanting those things because it was their money on the line. They were the one putting up all the risk, right? So if I wanted to keep getting paid, I had to put up with that. So yes, I was making more money than my real jobs ever paid, but I was working just as many hours, except now I had way more pressure and way more responsibility because I had way more bosses, right? So when a client left me for not delivering results fast enough, the income left too, right? So in the end, the worst part of all, guys, was that all the work that I was doing, it belonged to them. I spent all my time building their assets, right? Just like I was doing when I was in my real job. I was getting paid a salary to build someone else's business. In the agency, I was getting paid to build their websites and rank their websites, their business. I could never really grow with this model, I felt, right? This model was flawed too. I was never building my own future. I was building someone else's. So here's a cool meme that I love, guys, because it always made so much sense to me. And it's a picture of an old dude sitting on a Lambo here. My boss arrived at work in a brand new Lambo, and I said, wow, that's an amazing car. And he replied, if you work hard and you put in all your hours and strive for excellence, I'm going to get another one next year. Right? And that is like hilarious because it's true. That's the boss employee mentality. The boss drives the nice cars, not the employees, right? So this wasn't really what I wanted either, guys. Every client was a hard sell. I had no flexibility. I was under more pressure. My clients weren't stable. The business wasn't scalable. And eventually over time, I became super stressed out and I closed a 5-figure per month agency. You can see there down in the bottom right, $25,000 a month was the peak of my SEO agency, and I closed it, right? But I did not give up on the dream. As you can tell by now, I don't give up, right? I'm an entrepreneur. If I find a problem, I solve it, right? So after everything I had learned through the affiliate model and now through experience with the SEO agency model, okay, I now ask myself, okay, how do I get these high paying clients? Because they're paying a lot of money for a single client. That's where the real money's at. But I need to be able to get these clients easier and faster. Sales need to be easier than the SEO agency. I want to work in locations that I choose, meaning, you know, I don't want to work where my client is. I want to choose where I work so it's easier and faster to rank. I don't want my clients to be able to control me. I want to have assets work for me instead of me working for my asset, which is the SEO agency. And even if a client did leave me, my business would continue to grow. So I thought of something really unconventional that became the answer to mine and my family's dreams, right? And guys, if anyone here really knows me, I think you'll agree that I am not a braggart. I hate those lifestyle marketers that just show pictures of them going on trips and flying in planes and shit like that. But this literally, guys, this changed my life, right? And you can see a picture. I bought my wife a really expensive engagement ring. She got pregnant. We bought a new car. We bought a new house. I can buy my kid nice toys, right? And that's why I'm showing these images. Like things changed like big time from that little house to like to where we are now. And do you guys want to know what my big breakthrough is? It was simple. It was something so simple. It was called positioning, right? It was just how I was positioning myself. So let me explain this, guys. Every single business needs only one thing. What is it? I'm asking you guys this. Type in what every business needs, and everyone should know this. Everyone gets this all the time. Yeah, exactly. More customers, more leads, more clients, right? Leads turn into clients and customers, right? Everyone knows that. More leads. But what does every business fear? What do you guys think businesses fear the most? Loss. Someone said taxes, not getting clients, not enough leads. Here's what it is, guys. It's risk, right? Businesses fear risk, right? My agency was great at providing more leads for a business, but it was always a hard sell because it was risky for the businesses. That's why it was hard to sell, right? Because business fear risk, and the thing I was trying to sell was pay me now and maybe you'll get results later. That's what made it hard. So I asked myself a new question. How do I get a business what they really want, which is new leads, but I don't want them to have any risk in doing it? How do I do that, right? And then I had this crazy idea. Well, what if I build and rank the websites first, right? So that they're already generating leads before I ever talk to a business, because that's what a business really wants. They want the leads, right? I'd still offer those businesses the fresh leads, right? But I'd remove the risk from the business owners by offering them instant leads, not pay me now, get results later. I have the leads right now, right? And if they wanted to continue to receive the new leads that I had every month, I just rent them the site. Like move in, take all the leads, right? For plus or minus $1,000 a month, depending on the site, the location, the leads, and a bunch of other factors, right? But around $1,000 a month. So I ran with this idea. I started building the sites, guys. And much to my surprise, the sites only take me about 2 hours to build at this point, right? Most of my websites are only 3 to 5 pages. They're very small because I learned a lot about SEO when I was doing affiliate and doing agency stuff. Most websites, guys, are bloated with crap that you don't need, right? My websites are tiny. They rank really fast because I only built sites with little to no competition on the first page of Google, because I was choosing profitable industries in easy locations, right? That's where I was building my websites, profitable industries, easy locations. And I call those quick wins, guys. I call those kind of things, they're niche keywords, quick wins. And I'm going to show you exactly how to find a plethora of these type of quick wins later. It's like spinning this Wheel of Fortune wheel. Almost every time you're going to win $1,000 a month site, okay? The niche keywords. The sites also started generating leads really quickly, guys, because they ranked so fast, but it keeps getting better. It wasn't only better for my clients, less risk, instant leads, right? It was better for me too, because I had zero pressure on me while I was building the sites. Sales were coming easier because the sites were already generating leads. Any new client that I got required almost zero of my time because all the work was already done. No progress meetings, no reports. How are we doing? What are we doing next? Where are we going? All that was gone, right? All I really had to do with any new client is set up automatic monthly payments, which is really fun to do and really awesome, right? I instantly started noticing the biggest power shift in my business, guys. Clients no longer had control over my income or over my growth potential because I owned the digital properties. You are moving into my house, right? I'm not coming to work on your house. You're moving into mine. So even when or if a client left me, I just rent it to the next business who wanted the leads, and there's never a shortage of businesses who want more business, right? So no matter how many of my properties are rented or not, the number of my assets was always growing, right? So can you guys see how I hold all the cards with this method? Do you see like the slight shift over affiliate, over agency? Is it starting to make sense? And I can build new assets whenever I feel like it, right? Without anyone breathing down my neck. I have zero bosses. Nobody's my boss. You're moving into my house. That makes me the boss, right? Sales are 100 times easier. I can give you leads right now. My digital assets continue to provide me no matter what, because if someone moves out, someone will move back in, and it's my house. I get to keep it, right? I'll always own them, guys, and I can finally work 3 hours a day or zero and make great money doing it. This is how time and money became mine. Thus, guys, my entire life's path has led me to this point, right? All the way from a geeky high schooler dreaming of fame and riches to a college dropout making his first few bucks online, to becoming an almost rock star, right? To meeting the girl of my dreams, to a happy and fulfilled family man where I can provide for my growing family without sacrificing too much of my time, because I am a pimpin' digital real estate landlord, right? And that's kind of why I chose this image, just to illustrate I'm not actually a pimp, right? But I am a landlord, right? And it's pimping. So to prove my promise to you guys, to bring it all the way back to 2 hours, okay, for 12K, guys, on average, that's passive income. It's back to like what my dad said. If you want to get rich, you have to find a way to get paid a long time for work that you do only one time, and that's passive income. And there's lots of different ways to do it, but we live in the internet world. We live in the real estate age. On average, guys, a site that takes you about 2 hours to build, if you know how to do it correctly, can be rented for $12,000 per year passively. $1,000 a month times 12,000 is 12K per year. Do you understand? Does that make sense now? I didn't say how to get paid 12K a year right after you do the 2 hours of work. I did the marketer's thing, right? And I was like, okay, you guys understand. You build these sites once and you find a person to buy the leads and rent the site off you, you're going to get paid for a long, long time. But you only have to do the work once. Okay, if you were in traditional real estate, you buy or build the house and then you get paid from your renters for a long, long time, except this is digital real estate. It's way better. Okay, so do you guys want to make 12K for every 2 hours you work? Do you want to see how to do this? This is, now that it makes sense, okay, awesome. So let me show you how. This is section 2, guys. My simple 4-step FBRR method for how to build digital assets for less than $50 each that can pay you up to $12K per year. Okay, the FBRR method. So as you can tell from my story of constant trial and error, my business evolved into a foolproof model called rank and rent. You rank the site, then you rent the site. Okay, so what is rank and rent? It's pretty obvious. Okay, if you want to earn a passive $1,000 a month, there's a couple of traditional ways you can do it. You can buy a house for about 250 grand, find a renter, they move in, you make $1,000 a month. Or this laptop on the right represents building a 3 to 5 page website that costs you $50 and you make $1,000 per month. The old way versus the new way. So if you want to make a passive $1,000 a month, guys, what would you rather invest up front, 250 grand or 50 grand? That's another stupid question. We all know the answer to that, right? Because nobody wants to risk 250 grand when they feel confident that they can risk $50 and get the same result. Less risk. Digital assets provide less risk with almost the same upside potential, right? Even if you could cut the cost of a house, buying a house, down by 1/100th, just $2,500. That's an easier risk pill to swallow. And let me ask it to you guys like this. How many houses would you guys buy? Tell me, how many houses would you buy if they cost you $2,500 and you could rent them for $1,000 a month?
So I'd buy all of them. Honestly, I wish.
All of them, right? And you know the problems, Josh, that come with owning the houses, like you said, with the bursted pipes, broken ACs, paying, like collecting rent from shady landlords. It comes with a lot of potential issues, but it's still worth it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to add 2 zeros to that 2,500 and get $1,000 a month in actual real estate. So you cut that
Absolutely.
down by 2 zeros, man. That's amazing.
Right, and like even Alan saying, like hire property managers. Yes, guys, the point is there's a lot of things you can do to make your life easier when you're doing traditional real estate, right? But what I'm trying to tell you here, guys, is I have a system, right, where you can invest $50 into owning a digital real estate property, and the person who rents your property off you is going to pay $1,000 a month, which is fairly in line with what a lot of people pay for rent, right? So today, guys, this is why digital properties can be far better investments, right? Because a lower acquisition cost means less risk to you, right? So I made a lot of mistakes, guys, and I spent a lot of money perfecting the FBRR model. But today, my process, guys, is so refined. And me and my partner, Todd, have spent the last 6 years building software to help automate and make everything easier. So for anybody that wants to build an online business and be successful with a digital real estate business, right? I already have everything you need. Like I said earlier, if you can read, write, and follow simple instructions, you could probably do this too, right? So I just want to play you guys a quick video here of a couple of people that have taken my training and what they think about it, okay? So let me just go right here and do this one.
I love this model, this rank and rent model, because you own all of the assets. Like you own the website, you own everything that you're building. With doing social media, you don't really own that. You're doing all of this work for a client and they can let you go whenever they wish, but you don't really have anything to show for it, not even money coming in every month.
So it's so different than Facebook ads and the things I've done in the past where I have to go to a business owner and ask for thousands of dollars up front. This is completely different. You literally set it up, you start getting results, and you just go to the business owner and say, hey, this is what I've got. This is how many calls it's generating a month. It's so much easier. It's such an easier process, and it's more enjoyable because the business owners are usually just kind of blown away by what you're bringing them.
What I really like about the rank and rent business model is that you don't have to sell it on the front end. You don't have to go into the business and ask for their money before you've ranked their site, before you've gotten them into results, before you've brought any business through their doors. You don't actually have to go to them and sell to them directly at that point. I'm not a salesperson. I don't like to sell. I'm really more of an introvert, and I really don't like to get out there and talk to people and network as much. So this was perfect for me in those terms. It was right up my alley.
All right, guys. So did you hear that? If you're on mobile, you might not have heard that. Okay, awesome. So like there's some pretty cool comments in there, like Kristen, guys, like the business owners that we're approaching with this model. Okay, once you have the website up and generating leads, they're blown away because they're not used to like someone coming at them the way that I'm going to show you how to come at them, right? And like if you don't like talking to businesses, and we're going to talk about that too. So my FBRR model, guys, is just 4 core steps. We're going to cover that right now. Can you see my screen? FBRR model is 4 steps. Give me a 1 just to make sure. Okay. So FBRR, guys, stands for find, build, rank, rent. Those are the 4 steps. Okay. Find a profitable and easy to rank niche keyword. Okay. Next, you're going to build a tiny, inexpensive website. Next, you're going to rank that website on the first page of Google so that it generates leads, which is what the business owners are interested in. And finally, you're going to rent that to a business owner for $500 to $1,500 per month. Find, build, rank, rent, FBRR, right? So step 1, guys, find a golden, and you can watch along the top if you get lost where we are, okay? Find, build, rank, rent. We're going to cover every step in detail right now. A golden niche keyword. Find a golden niche keyword that is profitable and easy to rank. It must be both, okay? Profitable means that many people are searching for that keyword in Google, and it is in a profitable industry. Pretty simple. Easy to rank means that the first page of Google has very little competition, so that when you build your website, you can rank it easily, right? And now let me give you a couple examples, guys. The keyword catering, right? That's the service. And then the location is Stamford, Connecticut. About 260 people a month search for that keyword. Businesses are paying about $4 a click for that keyword to appear in Google Ads. And the average catering job, okay, we call it an NVPS, a niche value per sale. The average catering job can be anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000, depends on, you know, the type of food, the amount of people at the industry, but we have to come up with kind of an average, right? I know I paid $6,000 for my catering company at my wedding, but I'm trying to be conservative here, okay? And here's a picture of Google Catering Stamford, Connecticut, a website that I own, ranking #1 above the maps. We'll go live and show that in a bit, okay? So how much rent can that keyword, if I build a website for it, how much rent can it get? So we have a calculator put together to help you analyze your keywords that you're choosing so that you don't waste time, and I'll give you guys access to that. But it basically works like this. You enter the search volume of the keyword, right? And you can see from the other slide, 260 searches a month, okay? That tells you that the expected traffic to your site based on ranking #1, 2, or 3 in Google is anywhere from 47 to 83 visits per month, because the search term gets searched 260 times per month. Now, not every person who visits your website is going to take the action on your website, which is either pick up the phone and call or submit the email form, and that's how this website generates leads. But not every visitor is going to do that. If you can get about 20% to do that, that means you're generating between 9 and 17 leads per month, okay? Now, just because 9 to 17 leads per month, call the phone or send an email, doesn't mean that the business that they're going to is going to close the deal every time, right? We have to do these conversions step by step to get a realistic picture. But if they can book just 20% of their new leads into jobs, that means around 2 or 3 new customers per month booking jobs, right? Now, if a catering company is on average charging about $3 grand, those 2 or 3 customers are worth anywhere between $5,600 and $9,900. Sorry, $5,600 or $9,900 in new business per month. Now, if you're gonna charge someone to bring them that much, how much are you gonna charge them, right? Well, they have overhead, they have employees, they have food costs, right? But if you say, look, I'm gonna take 10% of what I bring you in new business, that's a pretty fair value. That means that keyword ranking #1 at Google, #1, 2, or 3 can generate you, the owner, between $560 a month to $1,000 a month. Does that make sense to you guys? How we break that down before we ever invest time or money into that website using this calculator? Give me a 1 if you're like, yeah, I get it. The calculator makes sense. Give me a 2 if I've lost you. Right. We don't want to waste any time or any money building something that's not profitable and not easy to rank. Okay, another example, guys, pool resurfacing Phoenix, monthly search volume is the same, 260, except it's in a more profitable industry. Businesses are paying almost $10 a click. The average pool resurfacing job is around 5,000. You Google the keyword pool resurfacing Phoenix, I'm ranking once again, #1 above the maps. How much is that worth? Okay, same thing, we're gonna get 260 searches a month. It's gonna bring about 50 to 80 visits a month. You're gonna expect around 9 to 17 calls per month. That means you could bring the client around 2 or 3 new customers a month, but it's more expensive. So you're generating that client around 10 to 16 grand, and you're gonna ask for 10% of that. So the site's worth around $1,000 to $1,600 a month, just because the search volume was the same, but the service was more expensive. But the calculator is great at telling you, look, this is profitable. It's going to help you not waste time. Okay, everybody understands. Okay, great. Now, how do I find these golden niche keywords like pool resurfacing Phoenix and catering Stamford, Connecticut? How do I go out there and find them so that I know to build a website for them? Okay, using our golden niche keyword sniper software that we built with Todd over the last 6 years, guys, you're going to enter either a city or a niche and set pre-filters that I give you, and the software is going to spit out anywhere from 100 to 1,000 potentially profitable niche keywords that are going to look something like this. Okay, here we typed in Phoenix, we set the filters, bathroom remodelers, pain management, real estate agents, moving companies, lawyers, marriage counselors, real estate agencies, right? It's telling you, here's the keyword, here's the search volume, here's the CPC, all in less than a minute, up to 1,000, right? From those results, guys, I'm going to teach you how to take those results, right, and put them through this niche selection checklist to make sure that it's easy to rank on Google as well. Because you already know it's profitable, but I want to make sure that you know how to look at the first page of Google and understand if it's going to be easy to rank as well, because you want both, right? So you would now have your perfect golden niche keyword that is profitable. It's going to make you money when it ranks, but it's also easy to rank. If I give you guys access to the keyword software and the checklist, do you think you can follow those simple instructions? Type yes in the chat if you're like, yeah, I think I can handle popping a word into a software and then following a checklist. It's not that hard, probably. Okay, step 2, guys, that's step 1, find. And trust me, you'll find them all day long, every day. It's just nutball. Okay, radon mitigation, New Jersey is, there you go. There's a free niche. I just found it a few days ago. It's unbelievable. Okay, next you want to build a website, a 3 to 5 page website, nothing bigger, right? For less than $50. You're going to register the keyword that you found with our software, okay, as a domain name, and you're going to connect it to cheap hosting. That takes all of about 5 minutes, right? Now, the domain name is going to cost you about $10. The hosting plan is going to cost you about $40. What is $10 plus $40? Stupid question. Last stupid question I asked, I hope. 50. How much did I tell you that it's going to cost you to build these websites? 50. How do you build these websites for $50 each that can make you $1,000 a month? It's all going to tie together, guys. Okay. You're going to one-click install a free local business template that we're going to give you that takes another 5 minutes. We have over 150 niche templates, and I'm going to share those with you later. And then you're going to add content to your website's pages, only 3 to 5 pages, in an easy to follow format that I'm going to give you that will help you rank extremely fast. And I'm going to show you where to get unlimited free content. You'll never have to write a single word yourself or pay a writer, right? You can use AI if you want as well, but I'm going to show you where to get more free content. Okay. This entire process to this point, guys, takes me less than 2 hours. I have the website set up with content and optimized for a bunch of keywords, 3 to 5 pages in less than 2 hours. I'm so fast at it now, right? When you first start, maybe it'll take you 3 or 4 hours. Maybe it'll take you 6 hours. But like me, guys, you are going to get faster with time, right? You do things more than once the same way, you get faster. Meaning, guys, that you can find a niche keyword and build a site that can make you $1,000 a month in under 2 hours, right? And give you a recurring income that can last years, right? I've had clients with me for like forever, and I talk to them once a year. So let me ask you a question. I guess I do have more stupid questions. If you could make 12 grand per year for working 2 to 4 hours total, How many hours a week are you going to work? A lot, right? Or maybe not. Maybe you got better things you do, like playing music. So guys, step 3, okay, you're going to rank the website on the first page of Google. Okay, you're going to find the keyword, step 1, build the website, step 2. Now we have to rank it on the first page of Google. Okay, this part doesn't take much effort. It's not a lot of effort at all, because at this point we do very little actual work to rank these websites except build a few backlinks. And I'm going to give you my proven process, guys, that allows me to outrank $1 million brands and local businesses in Google with far less backlinks than they build. And that's going to save you countless hours and dollars. So let's go take a look on Google so I can do some proof elements, okay? So let me just drag in a new incognito. So here we go, guys. Let's go to google.com. Whoops. Well, I guess I'm on google.com. No, it works everywhere. I'll talk about that in a second. So let's type in that catering Stamford, Connecticut. Okay, there's the keyword catering Stamford, Connecticut from one of my examples. There's my website ranking #1 above the map in Stamford, Connecticut, USA. Here's a picture of my website. It's 4 pages. Okay. Now we have to look at beating other brands with less links. And for looking at that, give me a 1 if you guys know what Moz is. Moz, domain authority and page authority. Give me a 2 if you don't. Do a little bit of training if you guys don't really know. 1 if yes, 2 if no. Thank you. Somebody says, I know because of you. So basically, I'm going to give you the quick version. Moz measures the amount of backlinks to the domain and to the pages on the domain. Links are what help you rank in Google, right? Like that's the very simple thing. DA is a measure of the power, trust, and authority of all the links pointing to all the pages on a website. And PA is a measure of the power and authority and trust of the links pointing to the specific page on the website, okay? So for catering Stamford, Connecticut, okay, if we ignore my site and we look at what's ranking, okay, Yelp with a DA 93, and you're always going to see like Yelp, Home Advisor, Angie's List, but if you see high DA with 0 links, that's good, right? So high DA, the Knot is, I know it's a high DA property. Here's another high DA property, and then here's David's Catering, like an actual local business, DA 23, 290 referring domains, yada, 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 like high DAs, high PAs, high PAs. Well, let's look at catering Stamford, Connecticut. I have a DA of 5. Let's compare that to all the other DAs, okay? They have DA 93, 93, 51, 23, 20, 26, 56. Mine's a 5, okay? PA, mine's a 24, meaning I don't have a lot of links and they're you know, not trustworthy and powerful enough, right? So like DA 46, mine's a 24, okay? 46, 46, 36, 35, 34, 31, 32. I have the lowest domain authority. I have the lowest page authority. I have the least amount of links. Yet, not only am I ranking #1, I'm ranking #1 above the maps. I'm going to teach you guys exactly how to do that. You're going to be able to build $1 million brands like Yelp, The Knot, Home Advisor, Angie's List, and you're going to be able to beat all the other local sites like David's Catering, because I'm going to teach you how to make sure the first page is easy, and then I'm going to teach you how to build only a small handful of links to beat the pants off everybody else. Make sense? Pool resurfacing Phoenix, one more example. Okay, Phoenix, USA, add, local, boom, my site. Okay, I can do this all day long, but I just want to get to the point. So, and I will answer a lot of questions that are already coming in because you guys are starting to hammer it. So guys, to this point, the full process of the FBRR method is this: F, find a profitable and easy to rank niche. B, build a tiny and expensive website. R, rank it on the first page of Google with less links than it takes anybody else to do it because you're good at the other steps. And then the final step, okay, is rent. And we're going to cover that in section number 3 right now, because this is where you actually make the money, right? So section 3, how to seduce any business into handing you $1,000 paycheck every month with no risk to them, no risk to you. And I will answer all your questions, guys. So let me start with a question. Are you guys okay getting on the phone to pitch a business? Give me a 1 if you're like, yeah, I'll get on the phone to sell, and give me a 2 if you're like, I'm not comfortable with that. I don't want to do that. And it's okay if you don't. I just want an honest answer. 1, if you are comfortable getting on the phone to pitch a business. 2, if you would prefer not to. Okay. A lot of 2s coming in. Okay, stop typing for a second. This one's, you're gonna love this. All you 2s that said, I'm not comfortable getting on the phone to pitch a business. What if the business owner asked you to call them? Would you be comfortable now? Type yes. All you 2s that said, I'm not comfortable. If the business owner said, can you call me? Would you be comfortable now? Type yes. And look at this. I should show you guys. Everyone's saying yes now, right? What changed? How come you're all of a sudden comfortable? Risk, right? It's because the business owner wants to talk to you. That's a good conversation, right? So let me quickly play a sales call, okay, that I recently recorded. Okay, I'm just gonna play a video. It's a sales call, okay? And you guys need to hear this. If you're on a mobile phone, just hang tight. It'll have the words play.
It's Arnold.
Hey Arnold, it's Herc calling.
Who?
It's Herc from Facebook. I'm the guy with the leads, all those pool leads that you want to talk to.
The world we live in, nobody wants to talk anymore. Everybody wants to message me. You'd be amazed at how many people message me and go, how much for a pool? And I reply, $1 million. Or you can call me and I'll give you a better deal. My landscaper just showed up. So, in a nutshell, give me what do you do?
Well, basically, man, what I got is I build websites, right? And I got a website for pool resurfacing in Phoenix, and it's ranked all over Phoenix for all the pool resurfacing keywords. And generally, it's generated 370 calls over the year, so it's about 30 calls a month for pool resurfacing jobs, though. Do you guys do that?
Okay. Yeah, I have 8 divisions. We do everything in the backyard.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna give you I'm gonna ask you brass tacks.
yeah, absolutely.
How much?
What I'd like to do is I'd like to get $1,000 a month and just send all the calls your way and rebrand the site to your company.
So, is it month to month?
Yeah, and you could, if you don't like it, you can cancel. There's no contracts. Just I'll send you phone calls. You pay the rental fee.
So let me ask you this: what if we did half down and then half at the end of the month to see if it works?
Absolutely.
I've been down this path, and I had 2 people fucking ghost me.
Oh, really?
You know
No.
what I mean?
Listen, like that's why I was saying, like, look, if you want, because I'm pretty legit, right? So if you want it, I'll send you the first 10 callers for free, just so you can see that I'm legitimate, right? I have no problem doing that.
Totally do that, because I'm going to talk to my sales and marketing manager tomorrow.
Yeah.
Send me what you got, because I'm looking for something, and that dollar amount hits my price point.
Okay,
There's
so
I had one guy that was on Facebook, and he was at $400 a month, and now he's at freaking almost 8,000.
yeah, and I don't even know what these guys are doing or selling, but everything that I do is like, I'll send you reports, I'll send you notifications of calls. You know what I mean? Like, so you'll 100% know that every call that I'm generating is actually coming from me, and that way you'll be able to determine, you know, is this worth it or is it not worth it? You know what I mean?
Sending me the 10 leads. What do you need? You need my email, or you just gonna send them to my phone?
Yeah, just send me the phone number that you want the calls to start ringing, and what I'll do is I'll set it up so that it says, "Hey Arnold, here's a call from her."
Right here.
So this
Number
8513.
right here.
Okay, yeah, I'll set it up for you, and then
And I'm
I'll.
not trying to be quick and short with you, brother. I got a landscaper look at me in my eye in my backyard, and he's been sitting here waiting for me for 10 minutes.
Not a problem. Not a problem, man. All I need is that
All
number.
right,
I'll start
let's
sending
do
you
this.
calls. Okay, sounds good, man.
Yeah, you rock.
Okay,
What's your name?
Herc
Kirk?
with an H. Herc, like Hercules.
Hercules. Okay, Hercules. Yeah, Hercules. All right, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Bye.
Bye bye.
What'd you guys think of that? A lot of comments were coming in as I was doing that. Adam
Man,
says, pretty
that
good.
that was pretty cool. That's a first. I've never had anyone play an actual real sales call on a webinar. That was really cool.
It's pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
Pretty easy. Like the guy signed right away, right? And this part of my presentation, I'm going to show you guys how to do that, right? Like, so let me get to the slides. But did you hear how easily I closed that $1,000 a month deal? I even turned down money. He said, let me send you $500 now and $500 at the end of the month just to determine if it's real. And I said, don't worry about it. I'll send you 10 leads for free. I turned down money, right? Most people would say, don't do that. And there's a reason why I turned down that money, guys. I want to give this guy as much value as I can for nothing. I want to remove as much risk from him as I can, right? Because when I do come in, he's going to stay a client for life because he loves me. And he also, I don't know if you guys noticed, he said, I have 8 divisions. I do everything in the backyard, which to me means if I can make him happy with one of his divisions, I'll get all 8. And I already am working on all 8 with these guys, right? Okay, so now, guys, that's $12,000 per year in my pocket from one 3.5-minute phone call, right? And it's because I got the business owner to ask me to call him, right? He was already sold. He just needed to hear the right price for the offer. So let me teach you how to do that right now, guys, okay? Every sales process involves 3 steps. Number 1, prospecting, finding a list of qualified buyers, meaning buyers or businesses who want more leads, right? Step 2 is pitching those people, explaining your offer. And step 3 is closing, which is negotiating a deal or a price, right? Now, step 1, prospecting for qualified buyers is super simple. It's easy, right? Every business on page 2 to 100 of Google for your niche keyword is a qualified prospect because the best place to hide a dead body is on page 2 of Google. Makes sense, right? Those businesses are not generating any leads from their website, and that's exactly what you have to offer them. You just need to find their contact info and send your pitch, right? The only downside is it can be a little time consuming to do that manually because you have to go website to website looking for emails or contact forms or phone numbers, right? But I'm going to show you guys how to find hundreds of qualified prospects in just a few minutes and make your pitch to all of them with just a few clicks. Hint, we built a software to do it, right? Now, skipping ahead a bit, step 3, closing or negotiating a deal is also quite simple, just like you heard on that call that I recorded to you. That was step 3 that I played for you guys, okay? Because once a business owner wants to talk to you, it's probably because they're already pre-sold and it's now a negotiation. It's just finite details, right? You already have what they want, more leads. They know it, you know it. You can offer them a risk-free way to get them with a free sample, but it's step 2 and pitching that's the hardest step and also the most important because this initial pitch is going to make or break your success. In order to successfully pitch a qualified buyer, guys, you cannot just start with making an offer. You can't start telling them all about yourself and what you have. You have to convince them first to even hear your sales pitch, right? This is called a pre-pitch. This part can be really hard, okay? Because every business is contacted every single day with pitches to help grow their business, to get more leads, to rank their websites, right? For example, guys, type yes if you got pitched on Facebook or by email in the last week. You might not even be like old store builders, you just do internet marketing, but type if you got pitched and everyone's saying, yeah, LOL, yep, of course. Type yes if you don't even know the person who's pitching you. You never heard from them before. They're just starting to hit your inbox and your email. You never, like, what the hell, right? Those are terrible ways to get started, right? Give me a 1 if you bought anything from them. No, Fred did. Most people are saying no. I don't know what you bought, Fred, but hopefully it worked out. Most pitches, guys, are sales pitches. That involves too much risk for a business. They don't know you. They don't trust you. They don't want to spend money with you. Businesses are becoming pitch blind, guys, and they ignore most of the initial outreach emails. So how do you seduce a business owner into wanting you to call them? So you can have friendly conversation like I had with Arnold there and willingly listen to your actual sales pitch. You pre-pitch them. Okay, I have two pre-pitch methods that I use, guys. Like I have weird names for everything, EQ and FBQ. The EQ method, guys, is unbelievable. It's a 4-word email. And I'm not kidding, it's 4 words. The open rates are about 100%, and the response rates are unbelievably excellent. The EQ method involves no selling, no offers, right? But when businesses who do respond, they'll often willingly tell you if they want your leads and how much they're willing to pay you for them. From there, you'll be able to call them. They're going to say, okay, can you call me? And you'll be able to make your sales pitch. And that can all be done by email for anyone who doesn't like getting on the phone. Remember, the job that I want to do for you guys is, because you don't like getting on the phone, is have a way to contact people without getting on the phone so that they say, can you call me? And you can have that conversation that I had with Arnold, okay? They're gonna wanna hear your pitch, okay? The FBQ method is simple Facebook post on community-based groups. And once again, involves no selling, no offers. With the FBQ method, businesses will raise their hand by responding to your post, and others will tag businesses for you on your post, furthering your reach to businesses, okay? And when you respond to those businesses, you're gonna do it in a way that flips the script, okay? And I can't quite tell you what that is, but it's gonna seduce them into wanting you to call them. That's exactly what I did with Arnold, right? So that they can hear your sales pitch. With these two methods, guys, you're gonna finally have a way to easily get qualified businesses asking you to call them, right? Don't worry about it if you don't do Facebook, you can do email, because they want to hear your sales pitch. I call this entire process now, guys, seductive selling. Doesn't actually even involve any selling at all. And I'm gonna give you guys full access to my entire sales process today, as well as my exact blueprint for how to make a passive income with the rank and rent model, okay? So there's a lot of ways to profit with rank and rent, guys. We already covered kind of some of them. You can rent it out, which is the primary way that I like to do things, right? It's just simple and clean. You can flip your rank and rent site to a business, like after, you know, whatever many months, you're like, look, do you guys instead want to pay me monthly, just buy it? You can buy my website and they'll buy it. I've done that. You can flip it to another person who does rank and rent. So maybe you build a site for whatever reason you want to get out of the industry or get out of the location. Just come into our group, sell it to someone else who will take it over. It happens all the time. You can sell the leads individually to local businesses instead of a monthly deal. You can say, pay me per lead. You can sell the leads to other networks who will pay them for you. You can use this strategy to bring leads to your own business, right? This is not just an income opportunity. The FBRR method and the rank and rent strategy is not just an income opportunity, guys. I assure you that the SEO skills that you're going to acquire from what I teach you guys will make you an absolute beast. Just the backlink method alone, like that I showed you guys, I can beat local businesses and Home Advisor Angie's List with like 5-6 links, right? Because that's what I'm going to teach you guys. I'm going to teach you fundamental SEO knowledge. I've been at this a long time, guys. Remember, 2.5 decades, right? The first rank and rent guide I ever wrote, guys, outlined the process of a site that I built. It's still ranking #1 today, 7 years later, because I build with fundamentals. The coolest part too, guys, is that what I teach you on SEO, you can apply it to any model. You can do this with agency SEO. You can do this with affiliate SEO, e-com SEO, but rank and rent, remember, I've done them all. Rank and rent is the only model that you can learn SEO without risk, fear, or pressure on a very tiny budget, but still have a massive profitable upside when you get it right. So do you guys get it? You ready? You want to go? Want to do this? Before today, have you heard of the rank and rent model? I'm curious about that. Give me an RR if you've heard about rank and rent before. Give me a no if you haven't. A lot of people have heard about it. Hopefully a lot of people, I don't know if you're doing it or doing it the way that I do it. Okay. Are you guys glad? There's a sense there's so many of you that already do it. Are you glad you came to the presentation? Did I like open your eyes to like some new stuff? Do you believe that the rank and rent model is a foolproof model to start your own digital recurring business because of its low barrier to entry, low risk, but potentially high upside where you own the properties? Okay, if you guys do everything that I shared with you, do you think you could be successful with this? And more importantly, do you feel like I would be a good mentor to teach you every step? Are you seriously consider doing this, but you still have some lingering questions? Okay, guys. I know how you feel. There's no way I can cover everything, and I don't even know how long we've been going to this point, but I want to put together the offer that I put together for you guys, okay? I want to run through the offer, okay? So that's going to enable you to implement everything that I teach step by step. So let me introduce to you guys Rank and Rent Club software and training, okay? You're going to get software and training. So the first thing we're going to give you guys is the Golden Niche Keyword Sniper software, because you're going to hit the jackpot almost every single time. The software, guys, was built by my team, me and my team with Todd, for this exact process, okay? And I'm gonna answer all your questions in a bit, guys. This software was built for this process, this keyword research process. It's different than any other tool that you'll find, okay? With this tool, you're gonna be able to find an unlimited number of golden niche keywords in any industry, anywhere in the world, okay? It's unbelievably good. You can target any industry you want, make a solid monthly income from it. You're gonna find what you're looking for almost every single time in just minutes, guys. I find like just crazy amounts. You're going to be able to instantly register those keywords as domains with one click right from within the software. And a lot of people end up buying they become hoarders, domain hoarders, they call them. If you become a domain hoarder, just flip the extra, if you pay 10 bucks for it, but it's really good, sell it for $100 to $200. Just provide a report that says, here's why it's good, here's why it's profitable, here's why it's easy to rank, and flip it. You can do that. With this software, guys, you're going to be able to target exactly where the easy money is online every single time without any guesswork. And you can also get rid of other keyword research tools you might have, which is going to save you potentially hundreds of dollars a month. So that's going to be included, guys. We normally sell that for $697 a year. It will be included. So what's the next thing that you're going to need, guys? We're going to include a 30 website hosting package with SSL certificates, which means you don't even need to pay for hosting anymore, right? Which is cool. And if you have hosting, you can move your sites over, right? And which will save you even more money every month. And guys, even if you only rent out 10 of your 30 websites at $1,000 per month, that's $120,000 a year business with room for 20 more clients on our hosting, right? This is easily worth $1,200 a year, guys. 30 sites, $40 a month hosting, that's $1,200 a year. We're gonna include that in this package, okay? What else are you gonna need? We're not all web designers. Give me a 1 if you don't know how to build a website, and give me a 2 if you don't know how to design. You might be thinking, I don't know how to build a website, let alone design one. I'm gonna give you guys 150 4-page local business website templates that you can almost one click install mobile-friendly websites in over 150 high profit niches. You're going to be able to take advantage of the free drag and drop page builder to add your own content so that no website coding or design skills are needed whatsoever. You could even sell websites from the templates that take you a few minutes to install and potentially net you thousands if you want to get into like a sort of design business. I don't think you should. With this, you can literally start your own website design company, okay, without being a web designer, meaning to say you don't need to know how to design. You can fire any current web designers that you have right now, saving you thousands, okay? The niches, guys, there's so many that, I mean, I'm not even gonna do what I usually do. I tell people to ask me and then we go look for them, but like, I'll just read quickly. Accounting, bakery, car dealers, baby care, beauty clinic, asbestos, carpenters, cabinets, CCTVs, caterers, credit repairs, dog breeders, dog walkers, dentists, cleaners, commercial printers, driving school, hypnotherapists, fireplaces, flooring, gutter cleaning, groundwork, garage doors, home maintenance, landscaping, logistics, notaries, opticians, painters, massage therapists, mobile mechanics, RV sales, termite, pest control, roof cleaning, plumbers, potable toilets, pool servicing, real estate appraisal, securities, therapists, tree services, tutors, used cars, vets, video makers, yogers, web designers, video making, just like tons of them, right? You're gonna get all 150 of them today that can be used on your own websites or client websites. Normally costs $9.97 to be a part of that template club, but we've got it included. What else are you gonna need? You're gonna need to know how to quickly and easily get that content, right? For your sites in any industry, because you're gonna choose the industry and the content needs to help you rank your sites faster. So I'm gonna give you it's actually one longer video, not 4, but I'm gonna give you my training, guys, that teaches you the quickest and easy way to get quality ranking content 100% for free. No writers, right? No nothing, okay? This isn't even available anywhere else on the planet, so it's completely priceless. And if I were to sell it, I could easily charge $1,000 and sell it all day, because you guys all know how much content costs, right? But if I show you a way to get 100% free content, that's gonna save you a ton of money. So we're getting close now, but we're gonna include more. There's more that you need. What about the best on-page SEO software on the planet, which obviously I'm very biased of, because it was developed by my team. And from my years of experiences and process, this software is going to give you the ability to spy on and copy your competitors, right? So that with just a couple clicks, you'll know exactly how to quickly and easily optimize your websites, all from keywords that they're telling you about, right? All from a single and easy to use dashboard. Okay, it's super awesome. It's unbelievable. Using my software, guys, your sites it's gonna help you rank faster and stick longer in Google and make you money every single month on complete autopilot. We do normally sell this software for $697 a year. It can be used as a far better replacement to the current SEO softwares you use, probably Yoast or Rank Math or all in one. I bet you I just nailed about 99% of you on the audience. So you can get rid of that, save you money every single month. You're gonna get that as well. What else are you gonna need? You're gonna need backlinks, right? To push yourself to the top of page one, right? And if this is done wrong, guys, if you guys are building backlinks wrong, you can spend thousands of dollars trying to rank your sites, and it's never gonna happen. You won't even know why, right? And I think a lot of people waste a lot of time, money, and on trying to build backlinks and don't see it. But I'm gonna teach you guys how to do this right, okay? And beat your most fierce competitors with far less links in a cost-effective way, right? So that you're making more profit from all your websites every month, not trying to build up links to rank it. So you can get my link training for $997, but don't worry about it. I'm gonna include it in the package today. It is essential, guys, if you wanna take down even bigger money industries where you can earn a lot more than $1,000 a month, like more competitive industries I'm talking about, right? So we're gonna include that as well, the high level link building training. And finally, guys, to tie all this together, because I know I just threw a lot of stuff at you really fast, you're gonna get access to the Rank and Rent Club, right? And this is where we packaged up everything that you're getting into a members only online classroom, right? Where you're gonna have 24/7 access to every single lesson that I teach, organized into step-by-step modules so that you can easily follow my blueprint to success and learn at a pace that's right for you, right? And there's kind of a picture of what it's gonna look like when you get in there. You can see down on the bottom, the main modules: find, build, rank, rent, FBRR, right? So it's in this club, guys, that you're gonna find your home base. You'll be able to network with over 5,000 other rank and renters. You're gonna get access to a members only private forum. If for those of you that don't like or don't wanna be distracted by Facebook, you get a private members only forum, but we also have the private Facebook group as well, all filled with people who are on the same path as you. You can get help, you can get answers to your questions, sharing strategies. Private access to that club, guys, into the online classroom would normally cost you $897 a year. We're gonna include that. That's a total value right now of $4,488 a year, plus $1,994 in one-time fees. So you're getting over $6,000 worth of value today, and literally everything you need to build your own Rank and Rent business. Now, our regular price, guys, to get started is $24.97, but not today, right? Even at $24.97, guys, it would be an incredible offer. It's a lot of software, it's a lot of training, and it's an incredible deal because just one website, guys, one website at $1,000 a month is $12,000 a year, which is an incredible return. But if you guys decide to join me right now today, okay, I'm gonna auto apply a $1,000 coupon and give you access to everything that I showed you, and you can get started today for just $14.97. I'm gonna drop a buy link in the chat right now. Okay, and don't worry, the coupon will auto apply for you. Or Josh, or sorry, man, let me grab the link here. I should have had that a little prepped faster. Where'd it go? One sec, guys. I got it. I lost my notepad. Okay, here you go. Ready? There you go. Okay. Link is in your chat, guys. If you would prefer to split that up a bit, guys, we do have a payment plan as well. You can split that up into 4 payments of $497. It's obviously a little cheaper overall to go $14.97, but we can split it up to $497. They're both on the page, okay? And that $1,000 coupon applies either way. You just have to click the Get Started button, and it's gonna save you either $250 a month over 4 payments, which is $1,000, or $1,000 right away, okay? In your first 12 months, guys, I want you to rent out just one site for $1,000 a month, because that's going to cover your entire payment with just 2 rental payments, right? Over 12 months, it pays you back 8x. It's an 8x investment if you rent out just one site. And you're getting literally everything you need, guys, to potentially build out a $100,000 a year rank and rent business, which takes only 6 sites to do that. And if you buy while we're still live right now, I'm going to also throw in 2 fast action bonuses, okay? But you guys got to get started. Fast action bonus number 1, my own personal prospecting software. Remember, I told you I'm going to show you, give you an easy way to contact hundreds of businesses really quickly, okay? It's with this software. It's going to help you find those qualified buyers to prospect your rank and rent properties to. It's going to enable you to use any keyword you like pool resurfacing Phoenix, and then it's going to scan the Google results and go to each website, automatically find their contact details, meaning their email, their contact pages, their Facebook pages, and their phone numbers, and pull it all back into the software for you, right? In minutes. So we're going to give that to you. It also allows you to send a message to all those businesses as well with just a few clicks. And that's going to save you countless hours of manual labor, speeds up the prospecting and pitching process like extremely fast. We normally sell it for $297 a year, guys. We're going to include that as fast action bonus number 1. All right. So you are going to get that. You can see it down at the bottom, the FAB fast action bonus number 1 prospecting software. And to make the bonus prospecting even better, fast action bonus number 2 is going to be the EQ and FBQ methods. I'm going to tell you exactly what to say when you're using the software to contact people so that their response to you is, can you call me? I'm going to give you multiple methods to do this over via email and what to say, or via Facebook and what to say, so that when someone responds to you, they say, can you call me? And then you have the conversation like I had with Arnold. They're happy to talk to you, right? And these are what I use to get clients to ask me to call them every time. Using these methods, guys, you're never going to have to cold call. No cold calling, only happy calling, right? And you'll only ever get on the phone with the business once they ask you to call them. I could easily sell these methods for $1,000 because they turn bad calls into good ones. So fast action bonus number 2, the scripts, what to say. Okay, the prospecting software speeds up contacting the people. Okay, with the additional bonuses, guys, that's now a value of $47.85 a year plus $2,900 in one-time fees. It's over $7,500 of everything you need to succeed. And it's not inflated bullshit values, guys. It's real values. We sell our stuff for the prices, okay, for just $14.97, all right? But I want to add one last killer bonus, fast action bonus number 3. It's our live masterclass monthly access, okay? So every single month I hold a live masterclass. We just had one, I think, Tuesday, where you're going to be able to come on live with me, kind of like today, right? Except instead of like the kind of ghosted training that I'm doing right now, you're going to be able to watch in detail while I build a rank and rent site from scratch, meaning A to Z. Let's find the keyword, let's install WordPress, let's set up cPanel, all of it. You're going to be on with me, and because you'll be on with me live personally, you'll be able to actually ask me any questions you still might have. I promise I still will ask you questions today, though, or answer your questions today. You'll get my personal attention, guys, and this is the closest thing that I offer to a one-on-one coaching. I no longer do it. When I used to do it, it was $297 an hour just to like kind of get people not to do it, but they still paid it. It's crazy. Live masterclasses are recorded monthly sessions as well, so you're also going to get access to all past sessions. So after watching our live masterclasses, guys, the point of the live masterclass is to give you the confidence to know how to build a site 100% by yourself with doing it the right time the first time. Because I've noticed, guys, over time that people are like sometimes paralyzed by like, should I do this or should I do that? Or they're afraid to take action because they don't want to make any screw ups. You know what I mean? So the live masterclass is going to really help you with that feeling, right? You'll be able to have the ability and knowledge to target any industry you want and have a perfectly built site up in just a few hours, guys. So imagine what life's going to be like when you can build a new house whenever you feel like it, right? Because that's what the masterclass is going to do for you. Guys, this webinar is coming to an end. I promise I'm going to do questions. You have a few more minutes to make up your mind before you miss out on everything. This is the screen of everything you're going to get in the values, guys. For the next few minutes while you sign up, let's hear from some of our happy customers so I can give my throat a break. I'm going to play a video and then I'm going to be right back to answer questions that you guys might have, okay?
I decided to purchase the Rank and Rent full club access because all the SEO courses that I've done in the past, before they would only lightly touch on the subject, or they weren't as knowledgeable, or they would just repeat the same basics, or they'll never show live examples. So the fact that Herc, was able to do that live and do the build out on the webinar for the catering site from scratch, that right there was priceless. That made it real to me. That made me understand that this is a system that's in place here. You gotta first find, build, rank, and rent. It's perfectly broken into a digestible way to wrap your whole head around the whole thing. So I wanna say thanks, Herc, for coming together to creating something so special and basing it around what I truly consider to be my vehicle to freedom, the Rank and Rent SEO model. Thank you guys so much, and I wish you the best. I'm excited for what's to come.
Bro.
Yo, guess what? I just closed 2 clients in one niche, and I closed another client in the other niche. We're talking about 3 clients closed today off those free trials we were talking about a couple weeks ago. And guess what? All the calls are recorded, baby. Let's go. Awesome, man.
Hey everyone, this is Jonathan Marks from Las Vegas. My background is that I've been doing medical and healthcare marketing for 20 years. So I've purchased the full club access because it gives me an update to all the tools. Plus, what I really like about this is the extensive training Herc offers. I've started going through the training and I've gotten tremendous value out of it. Herc is so clear and he gives good guidelines and very easy to follow instructions. I feel very confident in what I'm going to be doing to build my local businesses around the country. And Herc has really updated all the training from the techniques that he developed 5 years ago to where we are today. So I really feel like I'm getting the most updated training possible. The success I've had so far is I've started to find niches around the country in the healthcare area. Buy the Rank and Rent Club. I highly recommend it. You have to put the work in, but you know you're going to be getting the right guidance and doing the right things and getting a lot of feedback from Herc and Todd and the group. Thanks so much for this. I'm so glad I'm a member. Take care, everybody.
Hey, my name's Kristen Fairchild. I am a Rank and Rant Full Club member, and I actually have a digital marketing agency myself. I literally had zero knowledge about SEO or anything Google related when I signed up for Rank and Rant. I think the coolest part about Rank and Rant, or one of the things that I really liked, is I've taken a lot of courses in the past and different kinds of training, and most of those there was a lot of learning involved before you could actually start to implement any of it. And Rank and Rant was the complete opposite of that. I got into the training and so very quickly had 5 websites up, which was really cool because I had zero knowledge in setting up a website or doing anything like that as well. I just closed a deal with an office who has 9 other offices in the state that I'm in, and they said, yeah, go set it up for those offices too. You can have these 10 offices starting out. And so for my first Rank and Rent deal, I feel like that's a pretty good one. It's pretty exciting, pretty solid. So it's so different than Facebook ads and the things I've done in the past where I have to go to a business owner and ask for thousands of dollars up front. This is completely different. You literally set it up, you start getting results, and you just go to the business owner and say, hey, this is what I've got. This is how many calls it's generating a month. It's so much easier. It's such an easier process, and it's more enjoyable because the business owners are usually just kind of blown away by what you're bringing them. It's an amazing program. I would invest in it 10 times over. Really, really recommend it. So yeah, that's what I've got.
How's it going, y'all? My name is Nick, and I am a full-time Rank and Rent Club member. Before I got involved in Rank and Rent Club, I had very little knowledge of SEO and web design. I built a couple of Squarespace pages, and the only thing I knew about SEO was things I'd watched from YouTube videos. I really didn't have any knowledge of how any of this works. No idea of how to get, a page or a keyword to rank #1 in Google. I have managed to build and rank 2 websites using the tools and training from Herc and Todd. Using what I've learned in this program, I've managed to build 3 other client websites, not my own websites, but 3 websites for clients, just by giving them examples of things that I've learned in this program. I love this model, this rank and rent model, because you own all of the assets. Like, you own the website, you own everything that you're building. With doing social media, you don't really own that. You're doing all of this work for a client, and they can let you go whenever they wish, but you don't really have anything to show for it, not even money coming in every month. So this is why this program has really stood out for me, and it's something that I really am so thankful and grateful for actually buying. I have bought many trainings before, but this is the one where I feel like I have got the most value out of all of the money that I've spent for it. If you're on the fence about joining this program, by all means, just do it. It'll take you years to learn the things that you're going to need to know in order to do this. You can piece together all of this information on the internet if you want by going through YouTube and forums and anywhere else that you think you would have, trustworthy information. But everything you need is in this program. Herc and Todd put together a masterful program for you. If you just follow it, just follow what these guys say, and you will get the results that you're looking for.
Hey Herc, Larry Coke here again. I just checked the site a while ago, and that site now is at the top of page 1 of Google for its search term. And I know that I already have somebody who's interested in that. For once I get to page 1, they say they'll be interested in buying leads from that site from me. So those of you who are watching, whatever Herc says, just do it. As you always say, take some action, and now these 2 sites are built after that webinar are ranking. There is a saying that we like to say here in the earth that knowledge is power. Well, I'm here to tell you that is wrong. That is so incorrect. It is an application of knowledge that is power. So whatever you get from these webinars with Herc, you write it down, and do not let it be just head knowledge. You write it down and you apply what you have learned, and you will see results. So thank you again, Herc. Thank you, Todd, and thank you for the team behind you guys. Thank you so much for giving us value. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it.
Hey, this is Matthew Bennett in Denver, Colorado. Just want to thank Herc a lot for all the information that he shared with the SEO community and for helping me a lot and finally getting some success on the internet. I started out trying to build an agency, but with no case studies and with doubting my ability to actually generate leads, I struggled to sign up clients. So I switched to the rank and rent method, and I started following Herc. And from him, I have actually finally gotten some success. I have 4 lead gen sites out now. 1 is in the top 3 for all of its keywords for a very, very competitive keyword in the home services industry. And I have the other 3 are in the top 5 for their respective keywords. And it's a pretty competitive niche. Those cities are a little bit easier to rank in. But I've already made a couple of $1,000s off of the leads. So finally, I've gotten some success on the internet and internet marketing. From Herc, I learned how to really simplify a lot of really complex topics, such as analyzing competition, keyword research, choosing the domain name, structuring your site, and PB and anchor text. Those are all subjects, especially analyzing competition and anchor text ratios and everything else. You can analyze those to death, and Herc has really simplified it to where just this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do to get results, and then you can just kind of take action from there. So I've already gotten some success, and my plans now are to drive those sites up to the #1 spot, and either continue with rank and rent or use those as a case study to niche down into an agency. Very thankful. Thanks a lot for all the help you've provided the community and myself, Herc. Thanks a lot.
Hi, this is Vince Moriali from Parkland, Florida, and this is a big shout out for Herc and Todd of the Rank and Rent Club. Back in 2015, Herc put out a guide, a rank and rent guide, which I followed. So I actually went out there, did my keyword research, did all of my niche hunting, built the site, I ranked it, and I'm running it out. I've been running it out for the last 5 years. So I highly encourage you to check it out. but I do it not just for the passive income, the money that comes in every month. You know, I do it for the business owners, the local business owners. They really need calls right now, and I'm really helping them out. So that's what really makes my heart. The money's going to come in. It's going to come in rolling in as you start to build these sites. Go after the easy wins, as Herc teaches you. But again, thank you very much, Herc and Todd. I'll be with you guys for a long time. It's been 5 years already, so thank you very much, and looking forward to more good times together. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, I'm going to step in here real quick. My name is Todd Spears. I've been referred to a lot, especially in those last group of testimonials. So I want to jump in here and give Herc a little bit of a break. He's been talking for the last hour and a half, but just want to let you guys know that and really emphasize that, you know, the lead business is a real business. I'll give you an example. I started working online in the mid 90s. I have a degree in computer science. You know, we have a software company now that is doing all the software behind the scenes. But prior to building what we have today, you know, I did a lot of lead gen in the late 90s and early 2000s, and I sold that company for a couple $1 million. So just so you know, I know that, as Herc said in the beginning, you know, your inbox is flooded with, you know, how to make money online, how to work for yourself, and create a life for yourself. And I've pretty much been doing this my entire adult life, and I just want to emphasize that the lead gen model is legit. It is real. Anytime you can provide leads to a business, they value that. Every single business in the world needs people coming in the door, whether it's physically walking in, whether it's giving them a phone call or giving them an email. And as we all know, almost everything we do in life on a day-to-day basis starts with a Google search. And that's how we get our problem solved generally. And that's how we contact other companies to help us do the things that we need to do. So really and truly, I believe in the lead gen model wholeheartedly. And when I met Herc in 2015, I believe it was, I knew immediately that we could work together, and we have been ever since. What you're seeing here on the page right now is not something that we just put together in the last few months and said, hey, let's do a webinar and try to sell this thing. That's not at all what's happened. We've been working together for the last 7 years, putting this together. Not all at once. We've been slowly but surely doing, you know, the process in a manual way, and then slowly using our software team and the guys that I've been working with for over 10 or 12 years, started building out the processes and the software in order to make everything that we do a lot faster, easier, and smarter. And, you know, not only that, but the live master classes that Herc alluded to here in the Fast Action Bonus number 3 are just phenomenal. Herc is actually is the best trainer in SEO that I've ever come across. And his trainings are absolutely top notch. You heard in those testimonials of real members that we've had for years that have set in with on our master classes and Herc's training, and just have learned an immense amount of how to get those pages ranked #1 on Google, and it actually works. Herc's training, our software, is just a magic combination. So that's really all I wanted to make sure you guys really get and understand of how legitimate this is and how well it works and how it can be done by almost anyone using our software and our training.
And Todd, I just wanted to jump in real quick as well. I mean, hopefully you guys have been as blown away as I've been on this call. I mean, I knew it was going to be good, but man, there was so much amazing things. I mean, the fact that you guys were able to share a real live sales call on here. I don't know what it is, but I just love listening in on real live sales calls like that, just to see how I love listening in on the sales process. But besides all of that, you guys have really just simplified the entire process and kind of built a hybrid model of the agency model. without all of the pressure, without all of the client demands and things like that. Because like Herc was saying at the beginning, you guys are in full control. This is one thing, one of the reasons that I love what you guys are seeing right here, is that you're building a true business for yourself instead of just an agency. Okay, it's kind of like a hybrid to an agency, because you guys are building a business that you control 100%, and you can control how much or how little you make. Okay, if you want to take more time off or build the perfect work-life balance, this is the perfect model to do it with, because you are the one building the sites, ranking the sites, and then just simply selling the leads. It's the perfect business model, especially going into a new year. And again, you want to find that balance between work and life and being able to enjoy yourself. A lot of times what I've seen when people try to build that agency for themselves, they get wrapped up in having to work more than they did in their regular 9-to-5 job, because they are at the mercy of their clients. Okay, with this, that is eliminated for you. You guys are building a business that, if you really wanted to, like Todd just said, you can eventually sell. Okay, he sold his for a couple of $1,000,000, which I didn't know about that. So that's pretty impressive there. You can do the same thing. If at one point you want to just be like, look, that's it, I'm completely done with this. You have all of these sites that are not only generating leads, but they are generating income from the clients that are paying you to rent those sites. So you have two sides that you can show value from. Okay, how many leads it's bringing in, and then how much money it's bringing in from the clients. Okay, let alone how much the leads are bringing in for the actual business that's renting the sites from you. That's a whole other different story as well. So I also want to make this extremely special for all of you that have stayed on here and listened to this and really grasped everything that you're getting here, all of the value. It's tough to kind of add more value to this because you're getting everything that you need, but I do want to make it a bit better for you guys, as I always do. So one thing that you're going to get for jumping on here and taking advantage of this offer is you're going to get full access to my Done For You Authority platform. Okay, you're going to get the highest level that we have access to on that platform. And what Done For You Authority actually does is that it sits there and it runs 24/7, and it finds high authority domains. Herc briefly touched on this when he was going through the search results and showing you guys how he's ranking above and showing you what the domain authority was and the page authority was. All of those different things they're going to get into in the training that you're getting with this program. But all those little numbers do make a difference when it comes to ranking and all those different things, and being able to get backlinks from sites that have a bit more authority. All of that helps you out. So I don't want to get too technical, but one big aspect of that is being able to find high authority domains that you can leverage yourself to get better rankings. And Done For You Authority is the perfect platform that does that for you. It sits there all day long and it finds high authority domains. These are expired domains that people forgot to renew, and they're out there and they're available for you to purchase for $10 or less. Okay. And a perfect case study of that is, on top of that, these are domains that actually have real backlinks from other authority sites. So a perfect case study kind of example for that is a website that a domain that I purchased that Done For You Authority found for me was actually it's currently still linked to from visitdallas.com. Okay, but the one that we bought was visitdallas.info. Okay, and that was actually the German version of their site. Okay, and what happened was they just forgot to renew the domain. Okay, and we jumped in, we picked it up, we turned it into our own Visit Dallas site. Okay, and that's the kind of domains that you can find with our platform. Okay, it will find you these types of domains that have backlinks from real authority sites. So you can go in there and search for domains that have a backlink from CNN, from BBC News, from Yellow Pages, from pretty much anything, Yelp, all these different high authority sites where these domains are still listed on, but they're expired. So you guys can go in, purchase these, and you can either use them with the Rank and Rent Club model, okay, as the main domain, or you can use them to push authority to the new domain that you buy to deploy the strategy with. So it's a very, very powerful software, and it's all done for you. So all you literally have to do is log in, and you can literally start searching for domains right away. It's already comes pre-populated with as many domains as you can ever get your hands on in there, because it sits there and it searches and it finds and it filters and it adds new domains every single day. Okay, so it will never run out of domains inside of Done For You Authority. And then on top of that, I also want to throw in my my platform called My Video Spy. And that's going to add the other side of the equation to this for you guys, which is ranking videos on the first page of Google. So that's going to give you more space that you can take up on the first page of Google. It's going to give you more assets that you can rent out to clients. So you can kind of present them with two options. So you can get them, hey, look, I have this website that's generating X amount of calls, like you heard Herc say on that sales call. And then you can also say, and I also have this video that's ranking that's also generating an additional 5 to 10 calls a month. So I can actually put your phone number on both of them. And then you can, upsell the video for an extra $250 a month or an extra $500 a month, again, depending on that whole math equation that Herc has set up on how you should price the rental price that he showed with the calculator. But you can use My Video Spy, and it will do everything for you. You can use it to find keywords. You can use it to analyze other videos. So it's pretty much kind of the video version of ranking niche sites on the first page of Google. It does everything for you. Analyze. You can even stream videos in there as well. So you can get rankings. You can track your rankings, all that stuff. And you're going to get full access to that as well. So both Done For You Authority and My Video Spy, they have a monthly recurring package, which is the highest package that we offer. You're going to get full access to that. So the highest level, all upgrades included, all of that stuff to both those platforms. And I'm going to throw in one more, which is our PBN Builder platform. So that really puts everything together. And I was talking to Todd, and they do have PBN training for you available as well. PBN is pretty much private blog network. It's kind of the strategy of using your own private set of websites to push your sites to the first page of Google quicker. And we've automated that process with our PBN Builder software. And that works perfectly with Done For You Authority. So you'll be able to use both of these platforms. You can use Done For You Authority to find high authority domains that you can build a private blog network with, and then you can manage your entire private blog network with PBN Builder. Okay, so you're getting 3 additional software apps from me, the highest level, all upgrades included for all 3 of them, for picking this up. And that's probably the best rankings bonus that I could put together. You get the ultimate package for picking this up right now. So the link is in the chat box, and all you have to do once you pick this up is just send your receipt to my support desk, and they'll give you full access to all 3 of those platforms within the next day or 2.
All right, guys, I'm back. Thank you, Josh. That's deadly, man. I was like, as you were talking, I was like, man, I want to show. Can you guys see my screen here? The A1 Dental Care site.
Nice, man. That's a nice site.
Well, this is a domain that I got from you. From
oh, nice.
Yeah, it was. There's actually another one, but let me get in here. Domains. There we go. Short list. There it is. So yeah, I was doing a lot of dental stuff, and you can see A1 Dental Care Inc. DA19 PA20. He was like, wow, that's really good, man. So I just grabbed it and just restored a quick dental blog on it. I teach a lot about how to restore sites to what they used to be. And here's a quick snapshot. And I didn't do anything else with it because I'm actually using it to push authority to another site. Let me just grab this real quick. But the funny thing is it? Let me log in. It's actually ranking. And all I did was like grab it. It's been, who knows how long it's not been registered for, but I grabbed it here and just got it restored. Whatever, I can't show it, but yeah, guys, it's like, it's already ranking was the point. Like it already had keywords ranking. Just, it's just a killer bonus. The point is like for $10, I was able to go grab, you know, a domain that I teach the content strategy on, restore it all for free. You know what I mean? And then have instant traffic, which I then use to point to my other properties, which I'm using to rent out, right? So it's pretty wicked.
Love it. And just a quick story on that too as well. For instead of when we were just before we released Done For You Authority, we actually found an official government domain name, which was like valued at like 30 grand or something. It was insane. And we were like, man, are we really going to be able to purchase this right now? So boom, I logged in, I bought it. But then we had to go through this whole like process to ensure that we actually lived in that country. So they kind of shut us down to buying that domain, but I was able to check out and do everything. But it all kind of got reversed because I had to prove residency of that country. But it was a legit like government domain. I thought they were gonna come knocking at my door or something. But it's the fact that they let a domain like that expire was insane. But yeah,
it happens. It just
yeah, it's crazy.
There's a million reasons that old domains expire, but if you're quick enough to pick them up, then you really can get a lot of cool stuff. And like Josh said, you can use them. And I teach all of this, guys. Like when you go into the rank and rent training, I teach a lot of this. But yeah. Expired domains or aged domains or authority domains can be used to build the rank and rent site itself on, because it's starting with a portfolio of backlinks already, probably in a niche or in a location, or you can use it as a backlink to power up the new sites, or you can use it as both, right? So there's a ton of advantages to having the ability to quickly find good domains, right? So like you'll have all that training though, you'll have all that understanding. And if anybody doesn't understand, you know, what is domain authority and what is page authority and what is Moz, which, you know, is the company that uses those terminologies, I have the training for you to teach you, you know, what is Moz, what is DAPA, what is Majestic, which is trust flow and citation flow, and what is Ahrefs when they use something called domain rating and URL rating. They're all the same thing, just different companies using different language, and they're all measuring the power, quality, authority, and trust of backlinks. And I'm going to give you guys the training to understand that language, right? So that once you understand the language, you can understand what is it that makes a website rank, and how do links play into this picture, and how can I leverage all that stuff? Like I'll teach it to you using something called the bucket of water theory, and it's right in the members area, but it's really going to help you understand the process in bigger picture. And like I said, guys, this whole FBRR method, this whole, you know, rank and rent club is literally, guys, half the value in it is the education that you're going to get. Even if you know a lot about SEO, I'm pretty sure there's a few things I can still teach you. Like I'm not braggy or whatever, but like what Todd was saying, I'm one of the best trainers. I don't think I'm one of the best trainers. I think there's like way greater trainers, but I do hear a lot that like I have the ability to break complex things down into simple, easy to understand things. I get that comment a lot. I don't like leveraging it and saying it, but it's the education. What I'm trying to say here, guys, is half the value in what you're getting today is the education that you're going to get as an SEO, because it opens up a lot of doors, right? If you choose not to do the rank and rent method, which I really think you should. I mean, I've went back and forth and landed back here, but if you don't even want to do rank and rent, you can open an SEO agency. Like that client call I played for you. The guy said, by the way, you know, can you do this to my website? I'm like, of course I can, right? So like, he's like, okay, we'll get back to you on that. But like I opened with a rank and rent deal, and the client wants me to come in and do the SEO to his own website, which is agency, right? I'm working on his properties, right? But it opens a lot of doors. You can start your own agency. You can do this with affiliate. You can do it with e-com. You can help your friends. You can help your business owners. It's just, you could change a career. If you're doing something right now, like maybe you're a printer technician like I was, and you want to get out of the industry and do something, have a whole career change. Well, if you get good at SEO through proving that you can rank local websites, you know, without any pressure, without any risk, on a low budget, like I'm going to teach you, you could go to an SEO agency and get a job and say, look, I rank this, I rank this, I rank this, because there's no formal education or certifications out there for, I mean, there's like Google certifications, but they aren't SEO certifications. They're like AdWords certifications and Webmaster certifications. There's no SEO certifications, but SEO companies hire SEOs all the time. Go to monster.com, go to any job site and search for SEO and see how many careers there are available in SEO. And all you got to do is be good at it. And I'm going to teach you how to be good at it, right? This is the point. So half the value in what you're getting today, guys, isn't the software. It isn't the make money online opportunity. It is the education, because that's something you keep regardless. And that's powerful, right?
Yeah, I mean, another quick story. One of the things that allowed me to finally break out and go full time was the fact that prior to going full time, I learned SEO. One of the first things that I learned when I started learning how to make money online was how to rank niche sites. And I did that for about 6 months in between jobs. And my last 2 jobs before going full time in my own business was running the SEO department for 2 web design companies here in Miami. And the only reason I was able to land those jobs was because I dedicated the time to learn SEO and rank websites and those skill sets. I remember my resume was very short, but I attached it was the funniest thing ever. I attached screenshots of rankings that I was able to get myself to my resume. And my boss at the time, he said the reason he hired me was because that's what caught his attention. No one's ever submitted a resume like that. So yeah, cool little story there as well. That again echoes what you just said. What you guys are gonna learn is something that you'll have forever.
And who knows where it'll lead you. Like I'll tell you guys this. Like, you heard my story today. That's primarily what I told you, right? Was my story of where I started, how I got to be where I am. I'll tell you this, guys, I never, ever in my life dreamed that I would own a software development company or co-own a software development company. Like, that was not my intention. I wanted to be a rock and roller. Like, once I gained enough confidence, I wanted to do rock and roll, but it just, like I said, it wasn't paying the money, right? But I got good at SEO. And then when I got good at SEO, I was like, well, I can automate this process and I can automate that process. And that's where I met Todd. And that's where the SEO software development side of my life started happening. But it's not, I kind of just went with the flow of doing something that I really like to do. And here I am today, like full-fledged owning a software development business on the side. Like, I didn't know I was going to end up here. It's pretty awesome. I'll tell you that, because it's like, life is awesome, right? But it's what I'm saying to you guys as well. Like, once you gain some skills, you don't know where you're going to end up 5 years from now if you stay committed, right? But if you stay committed, like, I guarantee 5 years from now, you're going to look back and be like, holy shit, like, wow. Because how many, Josh, you know, how much do we hear that story? Like, every one of us, you know, that hold webinars, we all have that same story. We started from the same place that all you guys on this webinar that might be hearing this, or we all started somewhere. We all started nowhere, all of us.
I started less than nowhere. I knew nothing about the internet. I didn't even know where to buy a domain name. Buying a domain name, the process of buying a domain name, I had to learn. That's where I started.
Yeah,
I had to watch it.
Everybody does, right?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, anyone can do this. Like, man, come on. I'm a dropout. I hated school. I was very bad at school. I was a college dropout. I was a rock and roll musician, scratched together enough money to pay rent wherever I could. But I learned along the way. And if I'm like, that's why I was like, if I can do it, you can do it. It sounds so friggin' cheesy, but it's honest to God, the truth, guys. Like, I'm nothing special, you know?
And I noticed that I did reply to Carl incorrectly. He was asking if it's $497 and then $497 in 3 months. Yes. So my mistake, I did put, I thought it was $497 for 4 months, but it's $497 per quarter is the every 3 months. So yeah, that gives you, man, an entire 3 months before the next payment comes in. So you can definitely get your first client in there and have your next payments pretty much paid for.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on, guys. I was going to mention that too as well. Thanks for clearing that up, Josh. Also, Hart, speaking of learning, speaking of training, Herc, would you mind popping off in there? And I want to talk a little bit more about these master classes that we're holding. We've been running these for a few months now, where we start from scratch. And I think this is important for all of you to watch, because it's going to show you Herc's thought process. And we've designed and built our software basically around Herc's thought process. And Herc will sit there and tell you he doesn't think he's the best trainer in SEO, but I know. I've been doing SEO since 2004, and I've seen it all. I've even done a lot of training myself. I seriously have. I have been teaching and training SEO and building SEO products since 2004, and Herc's just great at it. So here we go right here. Guys, you can see our live training replay page here for 2022. As you can see, it goes back to 2020. Actually, where we first built, you can look at the registration on the side. That's when this domain started. That's when this training area started. So like I said, it's not a few months old, a couple years, but our live master classes have been ongoing. We started our first live build on October the 4th. He's going to open up the schedule next, but on October 4th, you can see the live build of, and here's the upcoming schedule in a minute, but October 4th is a great about 2.5 hour training on start to finish, registering a domain, using our Sniper keyword software, finding a profitable niche, finding the keyword, and going and registering that domain, installing WordPress, installing the plugins, and getting started. Like literally from the very beginning on what to do. If you've never, done any of this before, we start from the very beginning. We do that all in that live batch class on October 4th. We came back. The next one was something we would call VIP Next Level, which is a little bit different. But the next one came in a month later at November 1st, where we continue with the same site. And we hope that by the time we get to in a month, you will have completed, the first one. Moving on to the second one, we're going to create additional pages. Most of our sites are between 4 or 5 pages. They don't have to be huge. And we show you how to go in and do more keyword research to get more keywords ranking and so forth and so on. And then the next one was December the 13th, adding more content, interleading, and more of the same. So we really do take you from start to completion. I remember whenever we built, Herc, what was the one we did? I think it was Catering Stamford, Connecticut. We built that site live from scratch and ranked #1 within 6 weeks. And before we started that, I challenged her. Before we started it, I told her I was gonna give her 8 weeks to do it, and we got it done in 6. Ranked #1, and that was years ago, and it is still ranking #1. There's tons more training in here and replays. We do webinars, training webinars. We just held one Tuesday. That was a continuation. I don't believe it's up yet. Maybe it is, but we held one on Tuesday that went into some more of our latest build. And that one's just about coming to completion, and we're probably going to start another one pretty soon in a couple months. But as you can see here, there's some of the past that we've done, and we've got more. That's actually the catering stand over the shoulder right there. Yeah, there it is right there. So if you want to see how the one we showed you live on the webinar, how we ranked it, how Herc did all that, it's right there, using all the software that's included in the package. And the software continuously we work on the software every day. Our team is in there. We've got a lot of new great stuff coming out in our software that's going to be unbelievable. We're so excited about what we're going to be able to release in the next month or so. And then the upcoming schedule too. They're just tons of webinars, and we've been doing these trainings for years, and we love doing them. We love interacting with all of you. We love to hear your feedback. Bring all your questions. That's one of the things that I forgot to mention, that one of the biggest reasons why we do these master classes is as you're building, you're gonna have some questions, and we're gonna be there to answer them for you every single month. So not only do you get access to what we've done in the past, but you also get access to what we're having in the future as well. So guys, please don't underestimate the power of the training. Like Herc said, you are going to learn a ton. You're going to become, you're just going to become an asset and you're going to be able to do so many more things. It's going to change your life to have that knowledge and that power to be able to take a website, look at it, analyze it, and make it better for someone else. If that's the road you choose to go down, many people do. And we have some training on that and some tools and some functionality that will help you do that. So there's just a lot to it, not in a complex sense, but there's a lot of different angles you can take just by learning what we're teaching here. So I will leave it at that. We are exactly 10 minutes past the 2-hour mark. I know everybody probably has things to get to today, such as ourselves, but we will take a few more minutes here. If you have any more questions, I see a couple more coming in now. We're going to go ahead and answer those now.
Yeah, I got to do a bunch of unanswered. Let me just go back here, guys, because if you have questions, I haven't answered them, ask them again. I'll do my best to read the ones that haven't got answered. Somebody asked about different languages. Does all this work in a different language and he's in the UK? Yeah, okay, it works in any language, it works in any country. It's actually an advantage for a lot of people if it's in a different language. We have one of the examples I love to use is we have a member who targets sites and businesses down in Mexico because he's fluent in Spanish. And the advantage is that they're not as far ahead on the whole SEO thing as we are, and businesses to them, like you can send them leads through websites. Their minds are blown, you know what I mean? Where we're more in the US, kind of used to this thing. Businesses have heard about SEO. They may not, be happy with the current state of people bombarding the shit out of them and selling, not the way we do, but it's just more heard of and it's more competitive in the US. In Spanish, in Mexico, it's not there. Sales are easier, businesses are better and faster to come into a new idea like this. Somebody asked, what are the costs for backlinks? That can vary because you're going to learn a bunch of different methods to get backlinks. You like Joshua Software, he just gave it to you for free, so it's $10 for a domain. So really the cost for, if the domain is strong and you build 10 links on a $10 domain, the cost is $1. Now, if you go and buy links from somewhere else where they own the domain and manage the domain instead of you, it's more expensive. But we cover a lot of that in the training. Are the templates WordPress? Yeah, they are WordPress. If you guys don't know about WordPress, don't like building on WordPress, don't know how to build on WordPress, don't worry. That's what the Over the Shoulder and the Live Masterclass series are for. And I will tell you this, guys, if you don't like building on WordPress because you're used to building on something like Duda or some other platform builder, the internet standard is WordPress. Get on it. Get on the standard, learn a new skill, add a tool to your tool belt. I'll teach it to you, okay? So how much time per day will the training take? It takes you as much time as it takes. Like some people learn fast, some people learn slow. Some people are gonna watch the videos on 2x speed. Some people are gonna watch them on half-x speed. Some people have 4 hours a day that they'll invest. Some people have 1 hour a day that they'll invest. That's completely up to you. That's kind of why we say it's a 24/7 online classroom. You come in and watch what you want to watch when you want to watch it. The only suggestion I will make to people, the way that the course is built is not meant to come in, watch every video, watch every module, and that gets started. You can do that, but what you should do is go to learn, go to start here. And the only overview you should watch is this part right here. And then these beginner SEO fundamentals right here. These 5 videos will take you less than an hour to watch, and it'll give you a good overview of what you're about to do. But then it's find your keyword, build your website, rank your website, rent your website. I want you to follow these one at a time and don't move and worry about this one until this one is done and you're happy with it, okay? It's a paint by numbers program, guys. It's built that way. All the additional information is more there for you as you're growing into things and you need to learn about things. It's there for you, but you need to follow the steps. Don't get ahead of yourselves. Don't get overwhelmed. Follow the steps. That's why they're laid out this way. You'll have a lot more success. We have a ton of people that, like, we actually have a Facebook group. I'll show it. A ton of people that have said, like, I didn't know anything about websites that still can come in and do this, right? I think actually, let me show you. Can rent. We just had a great testimonial yesterday from Melissa.
And yeah, and I just want to say for everyone to just take your time, be patient, okay? If you've joined this already, you're about to join this, just soak into this, all right? Sink your teeth into this and don't do anything else, okay? For the rest of this year, just focus on this one thing and you guys will get results. Okay. I feel like a lot of people just put a lot of this unnecessary pressure because they see other people getting results or they see their family members getting results or whatever it may be, but don't put that pressure on yourself. Just kind of go into this and just soak it all in, and I can guarantee you, if you focus on it, even if it's just for the next 90 days, you do nothing else, you will get results.
And I think we lost Herc's audio, but as you can see, what he's showing you right now is Melissa.
There he is.
There,
you were muted. Okay, go
yeah,
ahead.
like this testimonial is awesome, guys. It just came in yesterday. Rented my first site today. $12,000 per year, guys. She did it for $1,000 a month, and look where she started. I knew nothing about websites or what a domain even was. She just followed the training, right? So if we can do this, you can do it.
And I remember Melissa from the beginning.
Yeah, me too.
I remember her, such a sweetheart, and just didn't know anything, but she just stayed the course, and after a few months, got her first $1,000 a month site rented.
And guys, well, what I'm going to do is just stop the recording for now, just so it can start rendering in the background, since there are people already asking for the replay because it was such a great session. So I'm just going to stop the recording, and then, you know, we could just stay on here still.